What's up, guys? Coming to you from Renditions Golf Club in Maryland. Hole 1, as you probably saw, so I'm filming the intro after the fact, but hole 1, absolute chaos and anxiety. Didn't warm up. I didn't know where the first tee box was. People were watching, so in front of the clubhouse, and to top it off, my camera broke. My tripod literally snapped as I was taking it out, so had to just play some scramble golf on hole 1. Ended up with a bogey, which I'll take. I also didn't putt on the greens. Jesus, they're so fast. But here we go. Moving forward, holes 2 through 18 should be back to normal. Stay tuned.
I know this is true and everyone's going to say it, but listening to yourself talk, whether if it's like a video, audio file, but man, my voice is so annoying. I'm sorry, viewers, that you have to listen to me. I'm contemplating just not even doing a voiceover right now to spare you this disgusting voice. But anyway, if it wasn't clear as to what Renditions is, and for those that have never heard of it, basically it's a replica course that takes 18 of some of the most famous holes in all of golf. This includes Amen Corner, TPC Sawgrass 17, and a few others, but I try to call them out in the top left so you will see which holes I'm playing. I'll be completely transparent during this round, and I was looking at the card, and they have a cool... before every tee shot, they have a pretty neat little sign that explains the hole, what majors were played, and kind of the significance of it. Maybe I'm not a true golf fan or I'm too young in my golf career, but I actually don't know a lot of these courses that are called out. Obviously, the big name ones are easy, but something like this, I don't think I've ever heard of them, and it's pretty neat to see the history that's described on every tee box before you tee off. So anyway, I know these are becoming more and more popular throughout the country where there are various replica courses. I think they did an awesome job. Obviously, I've never played some of the real ones before, but I did some research, and everything from the slopes of the greens, kind of the shape, the size, they did a really good job emulating that. So anyway, let's get back to the golf. And in case it wasn't clear, because I've been just talking your ear off and blabbering around here and there, I do start bogey, par, and that was a birdie on the sneak. Let's go. If you saw that putt that I drained, it was the luckiest putt ever. I actually pulled it and it somehow broke perfectly and went in. I'm going to chalk it up to just me being a putting god, but obviously it's better to be lucky than good. And this is a par 5, and when I saw it on the card, it looked very straightforward. You're going to hear me complain about this a lot, but and that, by the way, this was... I mean, I like to consider myself a good putter. This was the most insane putt. I think when I measured this with my rangefinder, you saw me get hyped at the camera for a second. I think this was like 86 to 90 feet when I gunned it. And then anyway, if you want to check out Amen Corner, which obviously is the highlight of this round, go check out my video. I made it a separate one. Go. That was the thumbnail of it, so you can easily find it. And if I figure out and learn how to link it in the video, I'll probably end up doing that. But here we go. We end up going 1 over through Amen Corner. Or I'm sorry, 2 overs. So we are +2 at the moment. So rounding out hole 9, and I'm on pace for my personal goals every 9 holes or each side. I love to break 40, especially when it's a brand new course I've never played. However, just jinxed myself.
Looking for my ball, and if this is a tournament, I'd take my socks off and play it.
Mark, you're so dramatic. You wouldn't do that. But anyway, we do end up chipping to right there. I make the putt, so we do save bogey. So there it is. We do shoot a 39 front 9, and I'm very happy with that in knowing that I've never played this course. And there's probably a few holes I do a few things different. And then I think the biggest thing, you heard me complain about it during the intro, guys, if you're gonna warm up for a round, getting your body loose and whatnot is important. Go roll some putts on the greens. The greens here, and you might notice that it's this video is coming out in December. This course is in Maryland, so for those on the East Coast, it's like 10 degrees outside right now. Obviously, this is back from the summer. I have a backlog of videos you're gonna start coming. You're gonna start to see on the channel, but this was filmed during the summer, and as you can hopefully imagine, they probably, had a crew working around the clock. The course was in phenomenal shape. So shout out and hats off to Renditions. Before I played this course, I was reading some of the reviews, and apparently it was getting trashed pretty hard. I guess tee boxes weren't great, greens weren't great, the rough wasn't cut, but when I played it, this is my first time, really good impression. So it is a little bit on the pricier side, depending on when you play it, but it is an experience where if you live in the DMV area or somewhat near, forget where this is in Maryland, but wherever it is, you got to check it out. I think it's really, really cool just to say, you know, you check this off the list, to say you played TPC Sawgrass or Amen Corner. I think it's really, really neat. But yeah, anyway, back to the golf. We had a really bad bogey there. But you know what? Again, I'm going to blame it on me not knowing the course. It was just a really bad strike. I pull hooked. You're going to notice, and I haven't really called it out because I've just I haven't really been focusing on the golf too much, but my big miss is a pull hook. I set up really closed. For those that maybe notice, it's me trying to combat a slice, and I finally figured out a path with a really bad setup. It's basically a Band-Aid upon Band-Aid upon Band-Aid, but I'm making it work. The downside of that is my miss is now a pull hook, and it's one of the most frustrating things in the world. Yes, we're going to use the winter months. Ooh, look at that, Mark. Little bird action. I think I mentioned earlier, if you want to check out probably the best hole in this entire round, I turned it into its own video. Go check it out. It's on my page, TPC Sawgrass. And right on cue, here is my miss I was just venting about, the good old pull hook, snap hook left. It's really amplified by driver, as you can imagine, but it's just so frustrating. You can see there's like a tiny little creek on the left, barely rolled in. So we take a drop and we go back-to-back drops. Take a look at this.
I mean, obviously, if I knew there was water, I wouldn't have attacked it, but that's what I get for not knowing the course. Took a drop. Let's just get up and down for a double bogey. That's cool.
So for those that are maybe newer golfers checking out the page, or maybe just stumbled upon this somehow, you hear me complain. This is probably the fourth time. I'll shut up after this, I promise. But basically, you hear me complain about course knowledge and not knowing the course. You know, for those that are just starting out to play golf, half of, if not more, in my opinion, of getting good rounds, good scores is something called course management. In some of my home courses, I know exactly, you know, when it plays long, where to miss, when I should lay up and go short, where, you know, laying up to or putting from the fairway is better than a wedge shot past. It's little things like that that go a long way to cook up a good round. So yes, you're going to hear me complain about it. And one of the things that I want to do, maybe for 2023, this could be a cool little side project maybe, but a lot of the courses on my channel that I played for the first time, including this, I might want to try it again and see if I can beat that score. So that could be a fun little side channel, or little series, I should say, for 2023. And then this is actually one of the other Shinnecock Hills, and I think the hole coming up next are the only other two that I've really heard of. So this was pretty cool to say that I've played one. And this tracer makes that shot look a lot better than it was. Not good, Mark. That was like a toey blade fade. It ended up being okay because you can see it got caught up in the rough, but in longer number in usually means this.
All right, just gunned it. 51 feet, 17 yards. Here we go. Little 50-footer for birdie. After a shank, no big deal. Let's get it.
And I was very, very happy with that putt. Look at me get hyped at the camera. I forget what I say, but I got really pumped. I thought it was almost going in. The best part of my game, in my opinion, is going to be my putter. I try not to three-putt, and it will happen. I think if you tell yourself you're not going to three-putt, it's too much pressure. You mentally get effed up, especially if you do three-putt. It's okay. It's okay to mess up here and there, but I do try to pride myself on cleaning everything up from a two-putting in. Now, it's funny, right on cue, you're going to notice me, spoiler alert, I missed this putt, but let the record show I actually missed the green. I was really short. That was me Texas wedging from the fairway. I don't think it made sense to chip on. This green was really, really tiny. So that was a winged foot hole, and winged foot is one of the courses I've actually heard of, so that was pretty cool. And then Cherry Hills, I think I've seen this on like simulators, like on a TrackMan, so I can't say that I'm familiar or know where Cherry Hills is, but I swear I've seen that when stumbling upon like different simulators and course options. But anyway, you're going to notice some random people pop up, so that's me chipping down there. I got joined by, I had to wait, I was behind a foursome, and then a twosome caught up to me, so I asked them to play together, and shout out to those guys. They were really cool with me filming. They were actually hilarious. They were side betting, but I do end up missing that putt. We end up with a +981, and not bad for my first time playing, but hope you enjoyed the video.